So yeah, the two have just sort of come into view in the distance, so only those who are outside would actually know about them yet. They haven't
Yeah, I
reached
was
the end.
walking. I was
Yeah,
walking from the shrine back to the inn, and Edge was
I'm on guard
outs.
at the moment.
Yeah, he was at the shrine, and as far as I can remember, we had established eye contact when I saw these
No,
guys.
yeah, we'd established eye contact, yes.
So I was the first one to notice these guys, and basically I just turned around and looked at you to see if you had noticed them as well.
Yep, and then I also did a perception check, I believe, which allowed us to definitely identify that they were definitely crab and unicorn samurai. But the thing that I was also wondering as well is, so going back to the wedding mission that we had, when I exercised that spirit,
Yeah.
did it actively look like a ghost, or did it just look like a regular person? Was it translucent or anything? Or...
Not to any great degree. Give me a second. I think there are some characteristics of Rokugani ghosts. Bear with me one
Okay.
second. I'm tempted to say that they have no feet, but let me just double check that.
That explains why they ride horses.
Well, it's kind of like the body fades out at around foot level. Okay. Ghosts are on page 326 of the main rulebook. Human souls who, for whatever reason, have remained in the mortal realm rather than travelling on to the next place in Celestial Wheel, typically due to some powerful emotion drawing the soul back. Something yet undone.
Ghost feet are translucent or absent.
Hmm. Yep, there we go.
Okay, so do these guys have the same sort of appearance in that their feet are missing?
You can't really tell from this distance. They're still a bit off, and we're kind of the light's going. You'd say when they get closer, you'd probably have a better idea.
Well, I was on my way to the inn anyways, so
Yes.
I'll just continue to the inn, which is not far, and poke my head in. Do not remember who was there.
Everyone else, basically.
Yep. The Go Masters are having their evening meal. The innkeeper's there. The head man. Any of your group that aren't actively somewhere else.
I think only Edge is
Yeah.
outside the inn.
Yeah, it's just me that's out, I believe.
Well, anyway, I poke my head in and try to attract the attention of the rest of the group. Just basically, look at them and see if I can establish eye contact.
You do weird hand signals.
I give a look that says,
No. I just try and establish eye contact. Does any of them notice me?
Well, I mean, unless you're trying to sneak in through the door, then it would be noticed when you came in. How
Yeah.
much attention they might pay to you is a different matter.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay.
Well, if I establish eye contact with any of you slackers, oh, here's Chip, by the way.
Oh, Chip is here. I was like wondering when you said that.
If I manage to get eye contact with any of you slackers, I will just twitch my head so signal that you follow me outside or come outside.
Yeah, well, guess we're all in the inn, so I'll follow outside.
We may have we may have ghosts incoming.
Again with the ghosts.
Say again. I did not hear you. What you said.
I said again with the ghosts.
You don't
Very
like
well.
ghosts because you can't hit them.
Well, I don't like the ghosts because they're weird.
Hey, that's not the ghost's fault.
Yes, it is.
So it's my fault for being, quote, normal.
Yes.
No, it's your
Check your-
fault for judging the ghosts.
Yeah. Check
I'm
your
human. I judge everyone all the fucking time.
check your Rokugani privilege. All right. So we will do like are the ghosts still like marching down the street or what are they doing?
They're coming in as on horseback.
You
Two
can
of
probably see them by now.
They'd be stabling their horses at the moment.
Okay.
Oh, so they've come in.
The stable's already rather full, isn't it, right now?
Yep.
Are they just barging their ghost horses through the actual physical horses?
No, they're just trying to find somewhere that they can, tie the horses up and give them a feed.
Okay. Are the horses freaking out? The real ones, that is?
Don't seem to be.
Do the horses lack hooves?
Yeah.
Are they real horses?
They're
They're
struggling
inside
to
the
walk.
stables. You wouldn't be able to see them unless you wandered around for a look.
Well, it doesn't matter. I suggest we just wait here and see what develops.
Yeah, I'm not going out in the rain. Screw that. Let's wait for them to come in.
Don't do anything stupid.
Look at them. Me? Stupid? Ha! You jest.
Yeah, exactly. I just. As far as we know, these guys will just come in here, have a meal, and get out again. And if it ends that way, I'm fine with it.
The innkeeper didn't say they stayed the night, did he? He said they just ate, drank, and left.
Pretty much.
Okay.
So is Chip here, or is he just like gonna stay muted?
I don't know.
Chips muted. Yep.
He's still fine. Fuck it.
Is he deafened? It's hard to tell with his avatar.
No, you can't deafen yourself on this.
So he's just there listening to us.
Mm-hmm.
Stalker.
Anywho,
Chip is the ghost.
I just want to see if I can recognize this crab dude if I actually see him. Like, if I recall him being my uncle.
Oh, Uncle! What a lovely surprise!
Uncle Iroh.
Would be Uncle a few great times.
Oh, that's my uncle.
You know, considering these guys have been coming here since this town can remember.
Yeah, well, you know.
Okay,
Didn't say I was a very young uncle.
the two walk out of the stables. The crab, needless to say, is pretty tall, pretty well built. Unicorn, by comparison, is fairly short and squat. Strangely, the crab looks very civilized. I mean, his hair's trimmed, he's clean shaven, his clothes are clean.
That's not a crab.
My clothes are clean.
You call that clean? My mother would have a fit.
The unicorn, his face is very, very white. Possibly makeup or something similar. There's burn scars on one side. The crab wears an emerald green sash. It looks like from here. Well, anybody? Let me think. Intelligence. Intelligence heraldry, if you have it.
Intelligence heraldry.
No, but I do have 4 intelligence.
So that would just a straight intelligence roll then.
45 on my 4 intelligence.
Wow. Let me see if I can beat you. Nah, 10.
6.
14.
Okay. Well, 10 is enough to recognize family mons. You've got the mon of the Hida and the Moto, respectively, for the crab and unicorn.
Okay, confirms what we already knew.
Yep. What was your roll? 40?
45.
45. Okay. The other stuff that you would recognize, the sash bears the mon of the Emerald Champion.
Okay, this is on the crab.
So he may well be an Emerald Magistrate, or somehow linked to the Emerald Champion.
Okay.
Strangely, the unicorn has also got a mon embroidered with a Scorpion clan.
Scorpion clan. Okay.
And there are 4 small mons embroidered on, or embossed on the left arm guard of his armor. Those you recognize as being the mon of the Dark Moto.
Dark Moto.
What's Dark Moto?
Obviously not good.
Okay.
It's heresy.
Some time back in the history of the Empire, the then daimyo of the Moto family took it into his head that his family would be able to destroy Fuleng, the Dark One. And over 90% of the Moto family rode off into the Shadowlands. About 1 in 100 came back. And post-traumatic stress disorder does not even begin to cover it.
How long ago was that?
Centuries.
Okay.
Most of those who came back, their hair had gone stark white, and most of them died within a few years.
They're liches.
The Moto, as a family, I'll not go so far as to say they were destroyed, but they were pretty badly weakened. It's taken them centuries, to build up any kind of strength, and they're still the smallest family of the Unicorn clan.
All but destroyed, basically.
Pretty much.
So, what's the Dark Moto in
Coming to
this
that.
context? Okay, cool.
Not all the Moto that went into the Shadowlands were killed. Some were corrupted. And they have periodically come back out to plague everybody else, particularly their own descendants.
They're liches.
Maybe undead, they may be somehow still alive, but they're not samurai anymore. They're monsters. They fell to the Shadowlands, but they weren't destroyed. They were corrupted.
And that's what the Dark Moto is.
That's what the Dark Moto are.
So,
these guys are serious bad news.
How much experience are we talking about if we kill them?
Level up.
Oh, that's interesting.
But,
but the thing is, it's only me that knows of this, so you guys don't.
Yeah. I know, and you're not even there, so.
I am. I can see because I'm just down the street, aren't I?
Yes, but you're not, outside the inn. You cannot convey this information.
Yeah.
Not at the present time. As they get closer, you see that they do have feet. The rain that's coming down is dripping off them.
So not ghosts.
They do appear to be solid.
Someone poke them.
So, okay.
That's the thing that gets you challenged.
Get the head man to poke them.
You peasant, go and poke that samurai.
So, not ghosts, And so wait a second. So why do these guys come back periodically, which means that
Do it once a generation.
Almost every 12 years.
yeah.
And by the sound of it, they've been doing it for quite a long time.
Wow, so they're basically immortal in
So
some way.
the unicorn,
What else could they be except a ghost?
yeah, the unicorn is definitely undead then, or something like that. But what's the crab?
What makes you think the unicorn's undead?
Yeah.
Well, he's got the motto of the dark motto.
He's got those embroidered, embossed on his armor. He wears the mon of the Moto family.
That's it.
It's just the way you were saying it, it sounded as though anything wearing these mons would basically be, undead. Okay.
Anyone can wear a mon. That's the thing about a mon. It's like a sticker or a badge. You just slap it on there.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
It's like a sticker.
Like a sticker.
He went to PAX Prime and he got some buttons.
Yeah. Got a cool button. Yeah.
Another possibility might be if he's been fighting the Dark Moto, those could be symbols of his victories.
Could have taken it as a trophy. Yeah.
Yeah, because okay, so wait a second. The mons that he was wearing were what? The on the armor was the Dark Moto.
His own mon is on his clothing, as you'd expect.
Yeah, which is of the Moto clan. He also has a mon of the Scorpion clan as well.
Why would he have that?
Some kind of link to the Scorpion clan.
He's multi-classing.
He may have trained in one of their schools. It may be a symbol of some kind of brotherhood, some sort of shared experience.
So these guys,
Bushi camp.
The Dark Moto are on his armor, on his left sleeve.
Okay, that's not part of his. It's only part of his war gear, not of his casual quote unquote gear.
And these guys are wearing armor.
Exactly.
But we're not in anyone's lands, so it's not a violation of any terms or anything.
It's a little unusual. You tend to wear armor if you're expecting trouble.
Mm-hmm.
well, apparently these guys are always expecting trouble.
Yeah, me too. And for some reason, I can't wear my armor. But it's an act of war.
You can wear your armor here.
You're not allowed to act out on your paranoia.
I know.
Yeah, that's my job. I'm supposed to be the paranoid one, remember?
But Chip was the paranoid one.
No, I was the one who suspected the tea was poisoned.
Well, it's true.
Anyway, now that I see the crab, can I actually make another clan roll with some?
Yeah. Intelligence, and if you have clan lore, you can use that.
You'll have at least one level.
Yeah, you're considered to have clan lore 1.
Roll 3, cap 2 then, and 15.
No, you don't know him.
Oh, it's Marco.
So the two walk past you and head inside.
I turn around to the others and say, definitely not ghosts.
Then what?
Good question.
Well, like, is it... Because you said, like, the unicorn has makeup on and, like, burn marks and all that, but, like, do they have anything else, like flesh falling off, or are they see-through? Or...
No, they seem as real as anybody else here.
Huh. Stupid peasants.
So...
The white on the Moto's face, that was something that they kind of adopted after the incident with the invasion of the Shadowlands. Basically, it's a death mask.
Oh, okay, that's part of. Okay, that's customs, not like I'm a spooky ghost. Look at my face. Okay.
It's something though that's relatively unknown, so you might or might not know about it.
Okay, okay.
Would you mind going back in and keeping an eye on these? I'll confer with our friend at the shrine.
Hi.
Right. I'll go over to our shugenja and have a little chat.
As soon as you approach, I perform the Shugenja mind meld and vomit all the information into your brain.
I prefer you didn't.
No thanks.
You don't really know to download everything from your brain. You know, there's that stuff with the young girls and the tentacles.
Yeah, when in Japan.
Yeah, when in Japan, mind meld with someone who's thinking about tentacles.
It's either that or cat girls. Take your choice.
There you go.
And we've already had the cat girls once in this series.
Really?
Did we?
Yeah, the kitsune.
Oh shit.
Oh, well, that's
Fox
Fox
lady,
Girl.
Fox girl, cat girl, same difference.
Give
Pointed ears and tails.
Give it a few years. Once genetic engineering comes along, Japan will start creating cat girls. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Pokemon is the future, man. It's the dark future.
Pokemon.
Chim Pokemon.
Gym Pokemon.
Okay.
Right.
At the shrine.
Yeah,
Yes.
at the shrine.
Regurgitating information.
Yeah, so these were not ghosts.
Not from what I could see. They definitely didn't seem to. If you remember back to the wedding, they did not have the same appearance as the spirit we encountered there.
So this guy had different mons on. He had mons, on his armor and on his clothing that didn't match up. Did you notice them?
Yes, he had a mon of the. God, I need to get the right information up again now. Where I wrote it. Yeah, so he had the crab had the mon of the Emerald Champion and of the Hida clan, or Hida family. The unicorn had the mon of the Moto family. He also had a mon of the Scorpion clan, and on his shoulder there were mons of the Dark Moto.
And those were on the armor.
Yes, those were on his armor.
I'm just trying to figure out if these guys are bad news or not.
If these are in fact the same people or the same entities that are coming here almost every 12 years, they can't be human. Well, they can't be mortal, at any rate.
Yeah. So, if they're not mortal, they're not ghosts, what are they?
This is where I don't have... Okay, if I did a Spirit Realms check, could that give me some more information, maybe? Like, anything else that's out there that they could potentially be coming from?
Yeah. Intelligence, Shugenja lore, or intelligence spirits.
Okay, yeah, I have both Shugen... they're both rank 1, so it's going to be 5k4 anyway. 24.
Okay. There are spirits that aren't necessarily ghosts. Spirits will usually have moved on to the next place on the karmic wheel. The lion in particular would seek out, their ancestor spirits to speak with them. It is possible for a spirit to return from the spirit realms. Ghosts are a very particular type of spirit.
Mm-hmm. Of course, Kami are another type of spirit.
Kami are nature spirits.
Yeah.
If these two are, as you believe, some sort of spirit, it is possible for them to retake corporeal form. You have heard of similar things happening in the past. It's not very common, and there is likely some kind of magic involved in it.
So you said retake corporeal form, and the burn marks on the unicorn,
Yes.
are they fresh? Are they scabbed over? Are they healed? What's
They're old burns.
right? So it looks like they've healed, or
Yes.
If a spirit was to retake corporeal form, do they choose what they want their corporeal form to look like, or is it basically the last time that their corporeal form existed?
they retake their own bodies.
Sorry, Harry?
It's who they were.
Who they were. So basically, as they were, sort of like before their death.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would mean that the scars were definitely something he had previous in life, not necessarily a cause of death.
Well, they could have been the cause of death, but if
They wouldn't be
bodies,
healed if the
why not?
because if it was from, so I'm not believing that I don't believe if the scars were from the moment of his death, then they would still appear fresh. That's my thought process behind this.
I'm not sure that that's true.
I mean, look, they don't choose what they want to look like. They take their previous form.
Yeah, they take they basically take back their bodies, is how I understand it.
Yeah, and the way that I'm interpreting that is that they take their bodies, from shortly before their time of death. Because if they took it at their time of death, they'd be missing limbs potentially.
They'd look a lot worse than they do now.
They probably wouldn't look like they just got off their horses and walked into an inn.
Okay, yeah, it makes a convincing argument though. So what would follow is that these bodies do not need to. I mean, they don't obey the natural sort of constraints of this physical body necessarily in every aspect.
Would I know that with that sort of knowledge? Would I know that these could be hurt, or if they were basically immortal in these forms?
Give me another roll. That's fairly specific knowledge.
Another spirit realms again, or ghosts?
Shugenja lore or spirits.
Okay, it's all rank 1, so it's all the same roll. 22 that time.
You think you once came across a reference to a ritual. It's a very, very high level, very powerful shugenja spell, which basically binds a spirit back into a mortal body, and then effectively it becomes mortal once more.
Right, okay.
They become permanently mortal. They would live out their life and die once again.
When that body died.
In the way that every other mortal does.
Right, okay.
But this is not it.
Yeah,
Otherwise, every 11 years forever.
Yeah, it's very specific, isn't it? It's 11 years, 11 months.
To you, that seems it's some kind of ritual involvement. There's something that keeps bringing them back.
Yeah.
Know what it is.
Oh, maybe they actually are brought. Is it possible that they are being brought back every 11 years and whatever months, days, and so on, and then they basically disappear afterwards? Is this a temporary?
Potentially, the only way that we've really known would be if we followed them when they leave. We find out what happens to them. Like, do they just ride off and then completely dissipate? Do they ride off and get killed by some giant monster? Do we then have to wait another 11 years and 10 months before someone goes and resummons them somewhere?
Yeah. Well, that's a lot of speculation at this point.
In addition, you have a duty here, which
Yes.
Yes.
fulfilled.
Yeah. This is. I mean, I'm basically not. My only interest in these guys is for them not to
Cause trouble.
cause trouble.
Yeah.
The rest of it is basically idle curiosity.
However, I do have an interest in spirits and in trying to help them pass on. So, as a result, I am interested.
Well, don't get me wrong. I'm interested in what the fuck is going on and what these are, but as long as they don't cause trouble, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna follow them, and I'm not gonna interfere.
Yeah. Okay.
So with that, I guess I'll get back to the inn. We've had our little chat, and it's time to relay information back and basically see what's going on at the inn.
And I wait to be relieved by Chip.
Who's still deaf? Who's still muted?
Yeah.
What time is he supposed to be relieving you at?
He relieves me after tea. After tea to end of play, but they called it early today, so whatever end of play would normally be, that's when Pure would then take over.
Well, I am here, but I'm just not. I'm in the prison hut, so just pretend I'm not here.
Oh. we were debating whether you were actually here or not, since you were deafened the whole time.
I was muted again, so I'm not really sure what's going on.
He's in the prison hut, apparently.
Okay, well, there we go.
The peasant's hut or the prison hut?
Prison hut.
Which would be the
Peasant, no, where the peasants, you know, his surrogate family, where it is.
Yeah.
The prison hut would probably be more pleasant than the peasant hut.
Probably.
Fond memories of slapping.
Okay.
Right. Anyway, I'm back. I'm going back to the inn.
Okay. Did the samurai do anything since, you know, Thingy had that chat?
Yeah.
I've just been watching them.
Whenever they came in, the innkeeper had already got 3 bottles of shochu and meals set on the counter waiting for them.
Huh.
The 2 walked over pretty much in silence, lifted a bottle of shochu each, knocked them back.
Heavy drinkers.
Yeah.
Well, the bottles, you know, they're sort of yay big, so, you know.
Fair enough.
But keep in mind, shochu is kind of like rice brandy. It's a lot more, or rice whiskey. It's a lot more powerful than the sake, the rice wine. So you could probably knock them back, but there'd be a fair kick to them.
All right. Well, if Elders is back, I just want to go check something. You know. So if like once you come walking in, I just tap you on the shoulder and, you know, wait here. You know, take over. And I want to go out and actually check their horses' stables.
Yep. At the moment, the 2 of them are just sitting eating their meal quietly. Don't seem to be doing anything much else at the moment.
Okay, that's fine by me. I have no issue with them.
I'm good with that, but I just want to go out and look at the horses, like if they're actually ghost horses or not.
We must know if they have hooves.
Exactly. Count the hooves.
They seem to be normal unicorn-type horses.
They seem to be normal unicorns. Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, there's nothing odd about them, like a faint smell of death, or they're just horses.
They're just very large horses.
Very large horses.
They're kind of dripping with rain. Um, they look like normal horses. I mean,
Okay. Yeah, well, that's kind of
Normal, very large horses.
Yeah, not ghost horses at all. That's the main point I'm getting at. That's the weird thing.
no, they're normal
They're
unicorn horses.
Exactly. Well, go back inside then. And just
Larger than the horses you're used to, but aside from that,
that's it. All right.
pretty much.
We'll just come back into the inn and then just lean over to Eldest and go, well, so why would ghost samurai ride real horses?
Do they look like ghosts to you?
Nothing looks like ghosts to me in here. Just superstitious peasant talk. But now,
so they're not ghosts.
Then who are these pretenders?
Pretenders? Wow.
Yeah. It's like one is either impersonating a crab or
Because he's clean.
from my family. Shut up. And the other one is someone pretending to be a unicorn clan member with several other moms on his patch, wearing full heavy armor, or at least war armor.
So you're suggesting they're not actually ghosts at all, they're just people maybe posing as ghosts to scare the villagers.
I don't know what they're pretending to be.
Seems like a lot of trouble to go through just to get a meal.
A free meal and drinks every 11 years, 11 months.
Yeah.
Well, then explain what these people are. What are they doing here? Besides mooching of peasants once every 12 years.
I can't explain it.
Yeah, exactly.
So, can I do investigation notice roll? I basically want to just, get as much info as possible on their outward appearance.
Yeah.
26.
Okay, is there anything specifically that you're looking for?
Not generally. I mean, anything that no, nothing. I don't have anything specific. Are they talking with each other at all? You said they were eating in silence.
They seem to be fairly intent on their food.
Right. And basically, there's nothing I can sort of pick up other than what we've seen. State of their clothing, how old it is, stuff like that. It's basically, the just general impression of
Have you told Igor about the crab being an emerald champion?
Nope.
Well, you would see the mon of the Emerald Champion displayed quite prominently on the sash.
Yeah, it's a big fucking emerald. Exactly, it's a big emerald symbol. Everyone should be able to know that.
Yep, so surely if one of your family was an emerald champion at some point...
Yeah, I did the test and it didn't come out, did it?
You didn't know about the emerald champion mon at the time?
Of course I did.
I'm pretty sure that came after.
Oh.
I'm sure that was on my notice.
What it could have meant was that he was Yoriki to an Emerald Champion, rather than being an Emerald Champion himself.
Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Okay, I thought the Emerald Champion would be the one that had the Emerald Champion mon.
Well, yes, the Emerald Champion would wear that specific mon, but he would have it embroidered on his clothing rather than wearing it as a sash.
Oh. Okay.
Now, what I'm getting at is basically state of their clothing. Is it, how old is it? Is it worn? Is it well cared for? Is there any oddities in terms of materials or whatever that are used? Generally small details basically that I can get something out of.
Okay. Um, it doesn't look cut the way you would be used to seeing kimonos. I mean, there's always slight variations in how things are done, and while a kimono is pretty much a kimono, they do change over time. Um, you don't really recognize this particular style. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean much because anything over, say, 30, 40 years you would have no practical experience with.
Hmm.
Could be an heirloom, but it does look fairly um, well cared for. Little bit of dirt on it, but no more than you'd expect to pick up traveling yourself. Um, there's nothing really jumping out at you.
In terms of their facial expression, is there anything I can read from that?
Not at this point in time. I mean, the two of them do seem pretty intent on their food.
Hmm.
I mean, if you've been traveling for a few hours, it's get the food into you and then indulge in the small talk.
Right.
Or maybe they're simply not the small talk type.
Yeah, they probably said everything they had to tell each other for over the last few centuries, so okay, no, I'll just stay on standby. If they start talking to each other, I'm gonna try the read lips thing, and otherwise I'll just stay here and see what happens.
Okay. Uh, 5, maybe 10 minutes. They finish their food. They look at the remaining bottle of shochu on the counter, and the motos beckons to the innkeeper. Uh, There's only one bottle left. One bottle, two of us. Innkeeper bows very low. Forgive me, Samurai-sama. Due to our unexpected number of customers, this is the last shochu we have available. The Hida laughs at this. Yes, innkeeper, this may very well be the last shochu. He takes the bottle, pours half of it into one of the other bottles, lifts up his bottle. The moto picks up the other. Two of them hold it, positioned for a toast. The innkeeper, or sorry, the Hida speaks again. The lifting darkness, seeds left to grow wicked fruit, to the last shochu. And then the two of them down their drinks.
Okay, all this seemed very significant.
Lifting darkness.
It's a haiku.
Yeah.
575.
The lifting darkness.
Seeds left to grow wicked fruit. The last shochu.
Seeds left to grow wicked fruit. So have they done something that will result in something?
Like maybe resurrection every 11 years.
Well, no. It was the last chuchu. So maybe whatever they wanted to do, they have completed? Question mark?
You don't know, but they seem to be heading for the door now. You did notice that neither of them attempted to pay.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Two of them walk out the door.
Yep. Just follow them out. Well, follow them out, just stick my head at the door, see what happens.
You see them walking into the stable.
Mm-hmm.
After a minute or two, they come out riding horses. mount up, ride off into the distance. Well, ride off out of the village at least.
Going back the
Directly
way they
north?
came from, or continue on in a different direction?
Different direction.
Going directly north?
More or less.
Well, that was an experience.
This has all happened before and will happen again.
11 years, 11 months, 11 days.
Well, now that's over with. Roller coaster emotion.
I walk back in to the inn and ask the innkeeper, were you here the last time they were here?
Yes, Sama.
Did they mention the last shochu the last time they were here?
I think so. I remember them making a toast. I think it was the same one. It was a long time ago.
Okay. So last time, did everything happen approximately the same as this time?
I think so, Sama.
Okay, thank you. Right. Okay. I'm basically playing Mercury right now, just transferring information back and front. So I just walk out of the inn again and just look in the direction where they went. I'm assuming that I can't see them anymore, since darkness and rain and so on.
Darkness and rain, and they've passed beyond the lights of the village, so yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then I walk back to the shrine because I need to talk to our shugenja again.